Sup, GoonTube? It's Mass Effect here. I know it's been a while since I've been around. I've been dealing with school and other matters, but I'm nearly done my exams, so I'm pretty much I'm basically ready to get back into it. Yeah. Anyways, I've been getting a lot of messages on SoundCloud and Dubstep forum regarding a particular sound that I have in the song Killuminati. I'll give you a preview of what it sounds like. Yeah, so I'm gonna get right into it. I don't have a lot of time here to explain every little detail, and I'm pretty sure majority of y'all already understand how to use Massive. So yeah. First, you want to turn all oscillators on. Oscillator 1, put its sign square, with the wave table position all the way to the left, formant instead of spectrum, intensity all the way up, amp all the way up. Oscillator 2, square saw 1, spectrum, wave table position all the way to the left, intensity all the way to the right, amp to about 10 o'clock. Oscillator 3, let's see, sine triangle, wave table position all the way to the right, again spectrum, intensity all the way up, amplitude all the way up. Every oscillator should be 2 octaves down, which is 24 semitones. Don't worry about the pitch modulations or the LFOs just yet. I'll get into a little explanation of those in a moment. But first, let's get these oscillators ready. For a modulation oscillator, excuse me. Turn the pitch all the way up to 1 octave. Ring modulation to about 10 o'clock on oscillator 3. Phase on oscillator 2. Roughly about 6, 7, 8 o'clock. Let's see. Go to insert 1, choose parabolic shaper, dry, wet, and drive all the way up. Insert 2, hard clipper, dry, wet, and drive all the way up. No feedback, no noise. Go to envelope 4, turn the level all the way up. Voicing, turn to monophonic. It doesn't really matter how many voices you have, but I don't think you should go more than 3. You know, 1 or 2 is fine. Pan position is totally up to you, but I like to keep it a little bit close to the monophonic settings. Go to filter 1, choose scream. Filter 2, band reject. I want you to put the cutoff on scream all the way up. The scream filter to about 1 p.m. The resonance to about 4 o'clock. I don't know why I keep saying p.m., but yeah, anyways. Filter 2, put the cutoff to about 11 o'clock. Bandwidth to 11 or 9 o'clock. Resonance 9 o'clock. Effects 1, go to Bronner tube. Double click on dry wet to make it in the middle. Drive to roughly about 10 o'clock. Effects 2, choose chorus. The chorus or the dry wet to roughly 9 o'clock. Double click on the rate to make it in the middle. Offset to about 9 o'clock. The depth to about 10 o'clock. EQ, just a little bit of a high shelf. A little bit of the boost in the mid frequencies. And I'll go into explanation about that in a moment. It's important to go to routing. Route insert 1 to filter 1. Insert 2 to filter 2. I'm pretty sure an oscillator tab, your vibrato is already set up the way it is. Maybe the depth is a little too high or the rate is too high, but just tone it down a bit, because you don't want it to what is it called, portamento. Excuse me. Put the glide to about 10 o'clock on the time for equal rate. Okay, let's go to envelope 1. This is going to be the pitch modulation. I want you to turn the level all the way down, decay all the way up, attack to about 10 o'clock, apply envelope 1 to every oscillator, including the modulation oscillator, pitch envelope 1 modulation to 1 octave, which is 12 semitones. I think that's it. So now we can get to the LFO part. Choose 5 LFO. It should start off like that. So what you want to do is change it to triangle. Turn sync on. Put the ratio 1:16. Position on. Restart on. It doesn't necessarily have to be like that. It could be anything, you know, a sine wave, or it could be, you know, this or that, but generally put it in triangle or a sine wave. Let's see. Apply LFO 5 to every amplitude of your oscillator. For oscillator 1 and 3, double click and drag all the way up to the very bottom, like that. For oscillator 2, click and drag up to about 9 o'clock. Apply 5 LFO to your intensity of sine and square wave. Oscillator 1, which is the formant. Turn the intensity to about 1 o'clock. I also forgot to mention that all these filters should be routed to filter 1. The serial and parallel should be turned to parallel. As well as apply LFO 5 to here, so it'll look like that. So click and drag up to the bottom. Okay, now we can get to the whole macro use. So choose LFO 2. Apply it to your amplitude of LFO 5. Turn it all the way up so it looks like that. For oscillator or macro 3, I want you to apply it to your scream. Turn the dial to roughly nearly 3 o'clock. Macro 4, I want you to apply to the X fade curve. That way it can change between different LFO movements of LFO 5. So if I were to play it with this, with the triangle. Oh wait, hold on. I'll turn LFO on and then play it. So if I were to move this to the top, it'll switch to this square wave. So it'll sound like this. Pretty cool. I like that effect very much. The Zomboy effect. Apply to make this effect. I want you to apply number 5 to the second pitch modulation for all of the oscillators, excluding the modulation oscillator. Pitch it down 1 octave. Also apply it to your cutoff on your scream, filter 1. Turn it to roughly 1 o'clock. Let's see. Yeah. So what this does is, in order to have this effect sound really cool, you're going to need to turn your LFO and your scream up. That way you get this. So it's important, if you want to use that Zomboy effect, you want to turn LFO and scream up. The reason why I say Zomboy is because I hear him like whore the shit out of it in every track that he has, which, you know, it gets a little tiring at times, but I personally like that sound. Let's see. Fuck. Sorry. I'm so fucking tired right now. Number 6, I want you to apply to envelope 1, turn the level all the way up. Attack, I want you to apply it to the attack of envelope 1, turn it all the way down. So, in all unison, you'll have all these different effects to use. So if I were to play with this, what these two do, 6 and 7, is as you notice when I press down on the long sustain key, you notice that it's starting to pitch down slowly an octave. If I were to turn number 6 all the way up, it'll be a long sustained note in pitch, so it'll sound like this. No attack means that it's just a simple solid note. If I had it back to its original state, it would sound like this. And to exaggerate it, to give you an idea of what exactly it's doing, is I'll just turn it there and you'll get the idea. I think that's it. Yeah, I hope you got something out of this tutorial. I worked pretty hard on getting this sound exactly right. Took a lot of trial and error, but you know, I hope you found something useful of this. What else do I have to say about this? Oh yeah, I don't necessarily give out preset links or, you know, make you like my Facebook page for a certain preset. I'd rather just show you a video, a little walkthrough. You know, you can always just freeze or pause the video and just do it yourself without having to hear me talk about it. But in all essence, I'm just here to help and give you some ideas for any producers that are just beginning or want to learn new sounds. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I'm going to be definitely making more tutorials in the future, as well as more originals, remixes, and DJ mixes. I really plan on putting myself out there in terms of music this year. I know it hasn't really shown much, but I'm working on it. I really hope you guys enjoy this video. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe, share, whatever. You can find my music on SoundCloud through Mass Effect or TJM, which is my previous former name. You can find me on SoundCloud, Twitter at Mass Effect, Dubstep Forum, Facebook. I think that's it. Yeah, there's nowhere really else you can find me out anywhere on the internet. Maybe Tumblr, but who fucking cares about that? Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Yeah, I already said that. How do I turn this off?